So just a beautiful Sunday morning, and over there's one spot, and that's the sun above the clouds. And this morning, what I try to do is to live life to its fullest, and I couldn't sleep. Got up about 4:30. I thought I could cook an omelet, eat myself back to sleep there. I thought, no, let me do something special and get out here, because last week I walked 4 miles in a blizzard, and that's a very spiritual experience. And as I said at the beginning of this video, singing down by the river is a Christian tradition. Getting baptized in the river, of course, is standard to our Christian faith. And I didn't just like put this together 1, 2, 3. I had gotten the lyrics offline. I also purchased a songbook which has the music, because I'm practicing to go ahead and try to step it up a little bit. And when you want to sing, riding 4.5 miles gets your lungs all open and gives you just a wonderful feeling. So I call this one of my multimedia projects, because I get to use God's wonderful river here as the backdrop. I've had this Trek bike 6.5 years, the camera I'm using 6.5 years. On the way down, of course, I got the ubiquitous earbuds that everybody's got. So I was listening to Bluegrass Gospel as I rode. And I know that my gear looks a little strange, but it's about 34 degrees. The humidity's about 79%. I don't know what that bird is. So January the 14th, and when you ride year-round, you have to do a lot of layering. So it took some while to figure out exactly what clothes to wear. And I was fortunate now I have 2 bikes. But I got off track. When I got out of bed and I started preparing for this, I opened the cabinet where I keep the lyrics, and there a picture just jumped out. It fell. And it was a picture that's 25 years old. And it shows a collection of about 15 bicycles that I used to have. I used to run a little business called The Bike Doctor Makes House Calls. Make a little cash money on the side in Penargle, Pennsylvania. And then I lined them up one day, and in the background of those bicycles is the Blue Mountain, or as we call it, the Kittatinny Ridge. And on top of the Kittatinny Ridge is the Appalachian Trail, Appalachian as we say. And you can look it up in Wikipedia. There's a style of talking called Appalachian English, which sometimes, depending on how tired I am or how much coffee, I can go from speaking like I'm from Bloomfield or Montclair or Appalachia. But these pictures just really jarred me. I had a bicycle shop in the basement, pardon me, and Jimmy Malone used to go down there with his buddies, and they had cases of derailleurs, and there was tubes for the bikes, and seats, all kinds of things you needed to be a little kid, and you and your buddies fix up your bikes. And every Saturday and every Sunday I used to go out with my bride, and we would ride long distance. And what you do when you ride long distance, you have to have a lot of gear. And the setup today is a perfect example of a lot of gear. We've got one strobe right there, a couple other strobes, one battery might have ran out. Let's see this one. That strobe's still going. Got some Starbucks coffee. I've got about 2 gallons of water. 27 gears on that bike. Mirror, of course. Helmet and these goggles. And it just makes y'all look real silly, but as the world in 2017 has moved into cycling as a mainstream now, looking strange makes people look at you if they're in a car, and if that gets you 30-40 seconds of them to think, they move away from you and you're a lot safer. So it's going to be tough to come up with the rest of the day to top this, but I'll get to do what I call edit, which is to review these. And I've learned over the years how to put these films together. And I have 2 cameras. I started off with a GoPro, but it doesn't do good audio. And I'm going to put all of this out on my YouTube channel. I have over 700 videos on 1bicycleddie. I've got about 400 videos on One Cycle Fanatic. And as I was saying on my GoPro, it's a lot of content, and at least 500 of them are primarily bicycling. Some of it's lifestyle with cooking or being with family and stuff. And I'm just going to let the wind blow and let the scenery speak for itself now.